Hello students, let us study 10 geometry, chapter first similarity. In this chapter we are going to study the angle bisector property and some example. Let us study property of an angle bisector of a triangle. The bisector of an angle of a triangle divides the side opposite to the angle in the ratio of remaining sides. Okay, that means what is given? The bisector of an angle of a triangle is given. So first let us draw a triangle ABC and draw ray CE is an angle bisector of angle ACB. That means ray CE intersect the segment AB at point E. That is given thing. Okay, so all this write in given. Now what we have to prove? We have to prove that this bisector divides the side opposite to the angle in the ratio of remaining sides. Okay, the side opposite to angle is side AB and the remaining sides are side AC and side BC. That means we have to show that the ratio of remaining sides, that means AC upon BC equal to AE upon BE. Okay, so for doing this, let us do some construction. So draw a ray BD parallel to ray CE passing from point B and also extend AC such that it will meet at point D. So let us write a proof. Here we have just constructed that ray CE parallel to ray BD. Okay, now take a ray AD as a transversal. Then we know that the corresponding angles are congruent. So we can say that angle ACE congruent to angle CDB because these are corresponding angle. Name it as equation 1. Now again take the ray CE is parallel to ray BD and this time take a BC as a transversal. So we can take a pair of alternate angle. So we can write angle ECB congruent angle CBD because these are alternate angle. Name it as equation 2. Okay, but what is given? Given that ray CE is bisector of angle C. So we have to write first that angle ACE congruent to angle ECB because this is a given. So name it as third equation. Now let us observe first, second and third equation. We can say that the angle CBD congruent to angle CDB. That means angle B and D are congruent. So in triangle CBD, angle CBD and angle CDB. Which angle? Angle CBD congruent to angle CDB. Okay. So these two base angles are congruent. So the side opposite to the angle are also congruent. So we can write that in triangle CBD, side BC is congruent to side CD. Okay, because side opposite to the congruent angles are congruent. Give it as fourth equation. Now take a bigger triangle. In a triangle ABD, we have just constructed that seg CE parallel to seg BD. Therefore, by BPT basic proportionality theorem, we can write the ratio of sides AE upon BE equal to AC upon CD by BPT. Okay. So here we have just put in the fourth statement that side BC and side CD are congruent. So here CD replaced by the side BC. Okay. So finally we get ratio of sides AE upon BE equal to AC upon CB. Okay. Thus we prove. Let us solve some examples which are based on angle bisector theorem. First one, given below there is a one triangle QPR and lengths of line segments are given. We have to identify ray PM is a bisector of angle QPR. Okay. So in triangle QPR, we have to write the ratio of the side PQ upon PR equal to 7 upon 3 and name it as equation first. Now take the another ratio QM upon MR equal to 3.5 upon 1.5. By removing decimal point we get 35 upon 15, that is equal to 7 upon 3. Name it as equation 2. Now observe the equation first and second. Right side of these two equations are same. Then we can say that left side is also same. So we can write PQ upon PR equal to QM upon MR. So by converse of angle bisector theorem, ray PM is angle bisector of angle QPR. Okay. Now take the another example. In triangle MNP, NQ is a bisector of angle N. If MN equal to 5, PN equal to 7, MQ equal to 2.5, then find QP. Now in triangle MNP, here ray NQ is a bisector of angle N. So by angle bisector theorem we can write that the bisector of an angle of a triangle divides the side opposite to the angle in the ratio of remaining sides. That means we can write Mn upon Np. These are ratio of remaining sides. That is equal to the side opposite to the angle which is bisected. So that is equal to the ratio QM upon PQ. Okay, so we get Mn upon Np equal to QM upon PQ. By putting values, we get 5 upon 7 equal to 2.5 upon PQ. Then by cross multiplication, we get 5 into PQ equal to 7 into 2.5. Therefore, PQ equal to 7 into 2.5 upon 5. Now divide 2.5 by 5, we get 0.5. So PQ equal to 7 into 0.5 becomes 3.5.